I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher, and today's episode, we have a very special guest.
Our quote-unquote number one fan.
Who promotes, like, knows No Tomorrow wherever we're at. And one of my closest friends, and that's how we first freaking met, pretty much, was at college for work, and that was one of the first things going, are you a fan of Batman? I'm a fan of Batman. And that's where the friendship started. And it's been like that for how many years now?
Man, about 12 years?
12 years now.
It's been over a decade.
Yeah, it's been way over a decade, but we wanted to wait for this because this is very special because he really wanted to be involved in this. I was like, yes, we get him involved. This is for the next, hopefully, generation of Batmans. I don't know. We don't know how this is going.
And this is the part where I explain because he starts going to gossip. That's why we're on a camcorder for this because it's going to take more than 12 minutes to talk. So I'm going to do my little bit. So this is, of course, we're reacting to the official trailer that they released at DC FanDome for The Batman. This is the big Matt Reeves directed film with Robert Pattinson donning the cowl, Zoe Kravitz playing Catwoman, Jeffrey Wright playing Commissioner Gordon. We got Colin Farrell as the Penguin, Paul Dano as the Riddler, apparently, and even sorry, I have to look at my. You've seen this a lot, Hector.
Look it up. Yes, gotta look it up.
Oh, and even like John Turturro as like Carmine Falcone.
Yeah.
What we got at, I'll say my little bit about this. What we did get at FanDome, based on what Matt Reeves says, is this is the second year of him being Batman.
Yeah.
This is like he's described for it. This is noir style.
Which
he brought up a classic noir film, Chinatown, as an example of this noir style.
Which is another good film.
But he seems to be very passionate.
And he's also confirmed that there is a prequel of sorts that he's working on, and it's going to be on HBO Max. Yeah, called Gotham PD, and it's going to be kind of like a prequel to this film, or of course following the police. And it's like I think we're just going to probably hear reports of some type of guy just doing something. I mean, I like it because there are actual comics where it just follows the police. That's it for Gotham, and that's it. But I know I'm super excited only because we haven't really gotten a really good detective type of story for Batman. Because whenever I hear detective, I always think of Ra's al Ghul from the animated series, where he always calls him, yes, detective.
Yes.
You know, that was just phenomenal. You know, anything you have to say?
I'm just excited, man. I mean, we've had so many iterations of Batman. I mean, of course, my personal Batman is always going to be Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
I mean,
same here.
We've had many different types of Batmans in the past. You've had the mythology of Tim Burton's Batman, which was really cool. You know, he introduced the mythology, the dark, edgy feel of Batman. Then you had the psychology of Batman in Christopher Nolan's kind of like Inception.
More
Batman.
grounded to reality type of Batman. Yeah.
And then now we get to actually tap into what Batman's known for, which is his quote-unquote superpowers, his detective mind.
The way his mind works and the way he dives into, the way he thinks about things, because that's why everyone states, even the animated series, somehow he's always one step ahead, and, it's like, he's like that. His mind is like that. It's ever expanding, but...
another fun fact that, it's because I find this baffling, is that the Suicide Squad did not have a trailer. But it's done. This gets a full-on teaser trailer, and it's only 30% complete according to Matt Reeves.
Yeah,
before they had to shut down production, he's like, we're only like 25-30% done with this.
But we're giving you a teaser though, compared to
for me that just baffles me. It's like James Gunn has the Suicide Squad film done. Yeah. Trailer? No. Cast reveal and behind the scenes stuff.
I think what it is that James Gunn has his own vision of what he wants. Like he stated in the behind the scenes trailer, he's like, this is my version of the Suicide Squad. This is what I want. So I'm thinking when he releases a trailer, he wants it the way he wants it set up. Even though they have a lot.
True, but Suicide Squad comes out next August. This film comes out next September?
October, I think.
October?
Yeah.
So it's like that's just me.
No, I understand, but I think it's just they're leaving it up to James Gunn himself, because it's like everything that James Gunn has gone through, especially when they hired him. It's like, we need this guy. After he did a great job with Guardians, it's like, let's give him free reign. We'll let him do what he wants to do. And I think with Matt Reeves, he had enough where it's like, let's give him a little bit of taste of what we have. You know, there's probably a lot more that it's like, you know, they're still filming, but let's just dive right into this at this point. I mean,
I'm just excited about it because
we're watching a high definition because the only thing I kept hearing is that it is dark. So they said you definitely have to watch it like in 4K or high definition to really see everything. But I try to get as much as high as quality as I get, so I could get this is 1080 at the time. But let's just dive right into this.
woo!
Okay. Let's dive into this for the official DC FanDome teaser trailer for The Batman. So here we go. Turn up the volume just enough. Yeah, that would help. Okay. And there we go.
Well, that doesn't look good. The case.
Yeah.
There it is.
From your secret friend. Who? Haven't a clue. Let's play a game. Just me and you.
Oh.
Any of this mean anything to you?
To the Batman.
Oh.
You're becoming quite a celebrity.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Andy Serkis is
As
playing Alfred.
Alfred.
Yes.
Oh.
Why is he writing to you?
It's Catwoman.
Yeah, she is. With the little, yeah. That's Penguin.
The hell are you supposed to be?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah!
Wait,
Say
oh,
it,
you
say
got
it.
done.
Just say it.
I'm vengeance.
Oh, yeah!
Oh,
Vengeance. There's the car,
The Batmobile.
which I love.
1.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, yeah,
That's
that's,
Penguin, yeah.
that's Penguin.
It's Colin Farrell.
I love the makeup. Man.
Oh, I love the A. How
Yeah.
You're a part of this too. How am I part of it? You'll see.
Oh.
The Riddler.
Oh, I like that. Currently in production. Oh
So
my God.
okay, so it looks like
I'm
the
gonna
main.
replay it without the sound.
So like it looks like the main villain of this story is the Riddler.
The Riddler.
Yeah.
Wow, the Riddler looks fucking creepy as fuck though. Holy.
Yeah, he looks
shit.
He's like a
really-
scarecrow.
Yeah, he's really creepy now. And believe it or not, there's like a lot more villains they've already hired on.
So okay, there's a couple. I'm gonna say there's a couple things to take away based on what I've seen. Apparently, year 2 Batman is very buddy with the cops
already. Yeah, where he's
There
already
are a
ready.
couple of shots like he's there when they're investigating.
So
Like
that
he's
means
legit
to me
there.
that means
Like, look,
Yeah.
they're not staring at Gordon. They're staring at
Batman.
They're staring at Batman. So that's the curious part. This is only the second year, and he's already in good terms in some way, shape, or
with
form.
Gordon as well.
Gordon, like, you have to question: is this the case that where he becomes less of a
Vigilante.
less of a
myth.
ally to the cops,
myth
and
or
more like
ally.
a vigilante?
Vigilante,
instead.
yeah, where he starts to become.
That the Riddler, like,
Yeah.
takes
I
him
do
to
like
his
the pop-up
breaking
collar too. You see it just like in the comic that Jim Lee drew, the tease. You see the pop-up collar for his outfit too. That's pretty cool. But yeah, you can tell it's dark.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Even when it starts off, it feels like this is a detective story, where it's just like we have a death. This is what's going on. You know. Catwoman, I like. It's like they're not giving her a full look, but they tease it a little bit.
Wait,
Freaking
fucking
Penguin.
Colin Farrell as Penguin.
Oh
Holy
my God,
shit.
the makeup job they did
See,
on
like
him.
right there, I think that's where they slowly start becoming at odds with Batman.
Yeah. Because again, like I said, they've hired so many actors to play more villains. We only see a little bit of the villains. Because you've already hired
it
some
is
people.
obvious, though, that the primary case is involving the Riddler.
Yeah.
Which is nice, because we haven't got the Riddler as a Batman villain since Jim Carrey played him.
Right.
Yeah.
But we already see that they're kind of sort of doing what I told you they always do in DC films.
Mm-hmm.
The two villains a movie.
Yeah.
Kind of the two villains a movie thing.
Well, here it's like, what's going on is that I think, like I said, the Riddler is setting up other villains along the way. That's how come you see Penguin or somehow Catwoman involved. Because remember, I was reading a long time ago, I think they said a kind of inspiration to this film is the Batman comic, The Long Halloween. Mm-hmm. And I know that one pretty much.
Two-Face was there.
Joker was there. A lot of villains were being set up.
Yes.
And he kept investigating. I'm thinking that's what's going on here. Is that he's somehow setting up these other villains and they're involved somehow. You know, and they're like and that's where Batman's questioning him. And like you said, I think that's where that's where they start butting heads with the villains and stuff like these villains start to come out
like
as their own.
Catwoman is gonna be like Catwoman is in the comics. She's gonna be the middle person. She's
Yeah.
gonna be a part of the story.
She's always
like
played
an
both
noir
sides.
film.
Yeah.
The femme fatale.
Yeah.
She's gonna be the femme fatale.
She's always
story.
she's playing both sides in a way.
So the curious question is, what exactly does the Riddler have to do with these crime films? Because we already know. We saw in the newspaper.
Yeah.
We saw in the newspaper wall that it has to do with Falcone.
And
who's
another
like,
thing.
Oh, go
Yeah.
on.
Another thing that I want to know is what is the truth that the Riddler's trying to reveal?
Yeah, that's why it says
Because
lies.
lies is,
And that's why he said pretty much. He's like, you look closer, it's dealing with it's possibly Falcone, probably something. But why pinpointing? Why are you attacking Falcone when you're trying to go after you're trying to get Batman's attention as well? It's like, what does the Batman have to do related to all this?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question. I love like the hints too, a little bit like the Batcave, kind of like early signs of it. And I think in Gotham, the Gotham series, Gotham PD series, I think we're gonna kind of see how he gets that relationship with the police, like you said.
And the other thing I want to bring up too is like the visual style is definitely less Nolan, but definitely a bit more Burton.
Yeah, in a way, it does.
It's less Nolan, more Burton in this
But then
case.
it's still grounded at the same time.
It's still very grounded.
It's still very grounded, and I just love it too. I'm like, everybody asks me, going, "What do you think of Robert Pattinson as Batman?" I'm like, I'm excited because this guy's a phenomenal actor. Just ignore the whole, the whole Twilight, all of that. He's done. It's like after that film, like in a lot of our reactions that we've seen him in films, he's done a phenomenal job. There's certain films I'm like, holy crap, this guy can act. This guy can pull it off.
Well, what's cool about Robert Pattinson, I don't know if you knew this about him. Pattinson,
Yeah.
Whatever, Twilight guy.
Yeah.
Is that he intentionally stays off of big films unless he really is involved in the story.
Oh yeah, post Twilight, he's done a great job.
And that's why I said I think they picked him perfectly because they needed somebody who could handle the pressure because Twilight was such a big thing.
But there's like I would suggest checking out. Like I haven't seen it, but I've heard good things about what was it? There was one where he's in the limo majority of the time. I heard he was really getting that.
I forgot what the name.
I think it was like Cosmopolis or something like that.
Yeah, again, that one.
Oh, Good Time.
Yeah,
Good Time was good. Hector, you probably want to check that one out.
Because that one, he got rave reviews for his performance in that. But
he's done a lot of good. Like with Kristen Stewart, it's like they've done a lot of good stuff post Twilight.
Yeah.
Like Kristen Stewart is not a bad actor.
It's just that the roles they put her in.
The roles they put her in for Twilight. Both them two are amazing actors. And you can clearly see that. Because Robert Pattinson barely has any lines in this trailer.
And I like that too. And I love...
But the way...
I'm vengeance.
Yeah, the way he just says it too, where it's like, you want to say Batman, but it's like, the way he says, I am vengeance. Because it's like, in a way, that's his line. That's his, how can I say, his catchphrase, or, something where it's
I am
like,
vengeance,
I am in the nights, I am Batman.
And apparently some people online have already solved the riddle. Pretty much, and figure out what the riddle may be in the envelope he opens. Some people may have already figured it out.
Yeah, but I like it. I mean, and at this point too, I want to see where's his character. Where's Bruce Wayne in all this? You think he has all this money? Why he's buying the car the way it is? Like, why buy this type of
the only real person we didn't really see is Andy Serkis.
Well,
We heard
his voice because
as Alfred.
Alfred,
which is a perfect cast choice. because it feels like you're definitely going with the Alfred with prior military experience.
Yeah, prior military, which I still gotta watch.
When they went with Sean Pertwee for Gotham.
Yeah, with him. And
like somebody who's clearly had experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And Andy Serkis looks like a man who's clearly had experience.
Yeah.
Well, they may be taking the whole Alfred being his conscience pretty seriously in the trailer.
And in a way, that scene where he beats the shell out of them, he's doing what he does best. He's striking fear in them.
Yeah.
It's like...
But then you can see... This
like, when he rises, they're taking a step back. They're like... They're taking a step.
It's like they just did something to him, but then he's getting up from like it's nothing. You know? But it's like he has a purpose. He has that mission, and he's not giving up. He's putting the fear into them. You know? And I like that. I mean, and the way it's being shot, I really like it. And like you said, just the theories we have, like you and me have brought up going, it'd be really cool if they would like, because since they already cast it in for the Flash movie, they already casted freaking Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I was gonna eventually get to part. Like the last thing I wanted to get to before we jump into that was like your guys' thoughts on the Batmobile. This is the version 1.0 Batmobile.
And that's why
it's a muscle car with a jetpack rocket strap.
And I think I think what they're trying to do is the type of thing where it's like if you're a rich billionaire and it's like and you're the superhero who buys this fancy stuff, it's like you're gonna wonder where's this money coming from or where that money's going from. I mean, Christopher Nolan kind of like explained that a little bit when somebody found that in the thing, and I think here it's like more of like he souped it up himself, where it's like he just bought some cheapy old car and then he souped it up to where it's not obvious that he's spending like money on this tank or something like that. I think that's what. I mean, I would assume that's what they're doing, but I like the car. I'm a huge muscle car type of guy, and it looks awesome, especially with as long as they still have that flame in the back. That's still awesome to me.
Now, one thing we can bring up now is the multiverse. At FanDome during the Flash panel, it was announced that the Flash movie will introduce the DCEU to the multiverse.
Yeah, they're saying they're introducing the Flashpoint. That's what's going on.
So, like, regardless of what we think, if this is being a prequel to the events of Justice League or its own story in a separate universe, it is part of the DCU officially.
Yes. Yeah.
More or less, they confirmed that with the Flash panel.
Yeah, they did.
So, in your guys' thoughts, because you're more of a Batman guy than I am, in your guys' thoughts, is this a good step up, step to the side, step back? Your thoughts on from Batfleck? Because he has been confirmed to be returning for the Flash film.
Yeah.
So, as of right now, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you feel like there's a step in a slightly different direction, or are they going the same route they were going to originally with Batfleck?
I think they want to see how this does. They really want to see how this one does, because my hopes were, okay, they really want to get rid of Ben Affleck and start fresh with Batman, then fine. Then when he comes back, maybe when the Flash comes back from Flashpoint, he comes back to a different Batman, but it's Robert Pattinson Batman, where even when he comes back going, who are you? And it's like, I'm Bruce. And then it's like, go from there. Maybe that'll be a great way of like maybe tying him into now the DCEU. I mean, that's what I wish. That's
because the Flash story, the Flash story still has been confirmed as the Flash. It's going to be loosely based off of Flashpoint, where Barry goes back in time to stop his mom from dying, but because of that, the repercussions of his actions have greatly altered the present. Yeah, everything. Pretty much. So, I mean, like I said, I really like. I do like Ben Affleck. I still like him. To me, he was that culmination of what people wanted from not only the animated series but from the comics. He really defined what the Batman should be like in a film. And I wish him the best. Even if he doesn't move forward with it, but. It's like if this is what they're looking at for Robert Pattinson, then I'm still happy because he still looks like he's bringing the role seriously. He's really diving into it. I mean, I don't know what else to say there. I mean, there's like.
I just like the nod, the nod from back the Detective comic books and Adam West, and you got the old school car. I just like all of that.
I know, and that's what I like about this. It's like it's really throwing back to. Not only that, it's like it's really throwing back to what Batman was always meant to be, which is like this really hard-nosed detective, But he just takes it in his own hands, and beyond that.
Yeah, all the movies, we got the mythos, we got the psychology, but what's really his power, and that was that detective.
His mind, his
mind,
his way his mind thinks.
He's not just some rich billionaire, but he's intellectual.
I mean, Christopher Nolan dived into it a little bit where it's like he really had him thinking. Bruce Wayne.
But I think Alfred highlighted that.
Okay,
I mean, I think Alfred was the real Batman in there.
Sorry to interrupt. Here's a bit more discussion because I found out the riddle and stuff. So apparently the riddle goes, what does a liar do when he's dead? He lies still. Play on words would definitely fit in with the imagery we were shown teaser, which showed Riddler targeting public leaders he deemed as liars. So he may be targeting like state officials, maybe hell, Carmine may be a target too because of his, not only because of what he's done, but stuff like that. And people have even shown the mask he's wearing isn't some prop mask. It's a legit U.S. military extreme cold weather mask. So they're putting more grounded in reality of what he is, his look and stuff. And his name's not Edward Nygma, it's Edward Nashton.
Interesting.
Edward Nashton.
But it's more or less that. But that's it. That's the main reason Riddler, it looks like he's targeting people. It's because like they're supposed to be public figures, but they have these dirty, dark backgrounds.
That's very
shady, like skeletons in the closet.
And it makes sense that Carmine Falcone may be attacking too, because what does the mob do? They buy off politicians.
And hell, Riddler may be targeting Falcone himself as well.
He's probably his main goal is Falcone, but he's hitting Falcone's like his money people pretty much, people that he pays off and people that he uses and stuff like that control the city, that control the underground or politics or anything like that, and he's taking them out. You know, that's what he's doing, and he wants to grab Falcone.
And maybe the Wayne family has something to do with it.
Yeah,
too.
maybe somehow it's connected. Maybe Bruce doesn't realize that his family has some part into the
whatever
Falcone.
corruption. Yeah.
You know, because remember, even in Christopher Nolan's thing, remember how Falcone even talked to him. He was like, he's like, you think your family was perfect?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you sit there and it's like you think about it. And for those who actually read the comics. Remember, his family was also part of the Court of Owls as well. I mean, I know they're not going to bring that up here.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
But
that could be a sequel.
That could be them leading into the sequel.
Because
like
that mask looks just like a Court of Owl. I mean, the one that Riddler was wearing.
Yeah, and and it's like
it feels like the tone this movie's doing just from its first trailer feels like they could go to Court of Owls route.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Or it's like maybe it's leading.
Because remember that's the whole thing about a noir story. Sometimes it leads into something bigger.
Yeah.
It leads into, it's not just a murder of this man's wife.
There's more to this.
Or this wife's husband. It's like a bigger conspiracy. Yeah. That could be a sequel. It could be a Court of Owls sequel.
It could be one of those things where he could be, he realizes there's something more about his parents that he doesn't know.
I mean, I don't know how far they would go considering like the Court of Owls and their whole Talon Legion and hold them resurrecting. Yeah. I don't know how far they would go into that route.
League of Shadows?
League of Shadows.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I guess we'll have to see on this. But overall opinions, because we've been talking for about a good 20 minutes now. Yeah. Watching and enjoying this for 20 minutes now. I think my overall opinions is this is very impressive for like only being 25-30% done.
Yeah.
This is very impressive what they've gotten so far.
I think this is a good enough teaser to give you like, okay, this is what we're expecting.
The tone is a nice blend. I know Matt Reeves is going to do his own thing, but the tone does feel like it's a nice blend of what Burton's brought in, and as well as Nolan.
Yeah.
Nolan being a bit more grounded, with Burton being a bit more like theatric in some aspects, and you can see that. And you can see that with the way the Penguin looks, with the way the Batmobile looks, the way he walks around, the way he works. I think it works so well here, and that's a perfect blend of both. I will leave it on this. Pattinson, I can't say anything right now about Pattinson. Right now, he looks the part.
Yeah, he does.
I will say that much. He does look the part.
Yes,
a lot of people were worried that he wouldn't look the part, and he does look the freaking part. Yeah. He does look amazing in the suit.
And that's why I say I think they're really testing the waters, because if you think about it, they want to use him for more. He's young. He's not like Robert Downey Jr. or something like that, who's up in age for when he did Iron Man, and look where he's at now. It's like they need somebody that they can use probably maybe for future use at some point, that they could grab going, hey, we want to use you for multiple movies. Or this
and the last thing I like is that it's not an origin story.
No, it's not.
It's not year one Batman like people are trying. No, this is year two Batman.
Yeah, this is year two.
This is somebody who's already going through a year of this, has kind of a foundation, but it's going to take time for it to be molded.
Because I think what it is that I think it's like if you want year one, watch the Christopher Nolan films. If you think about it, because it's like you watch those are kind of like his beginnings and stuff like that. Here, it's like more of now he's trying to figure out how he needs to take how to use this.
Because in my opinion, I don't know if I'm biased or not. I don't think the Matt Reeves Batman franchise, if it becomes a franchise, hopefully, knock on wood, you know, if it becomes I don't think at all the Joker should be involved.
Honestly,
in my opinion, they should not use the Joker.
Okay.
No.
They should not use the Joker at all. Not because of Heath Ledger or something like that, but it feels like that's such an easy go-to for a sequel villain.
Yeah.
For Batman, it's like Joker, you know, Ra's al Ghul.
It's like with James Gunn's Suicide Squad. It's like he's not going after the known Suicide Squad. He's grabbing villains that people are like, I've never heard of this guy before.
Starro or something like that.
Yeah,
because
it's like
that's what I'm hoping. Because that's what I'm hoping Matt Reeves does is he takes the lesser-known villains of the Batman franchise. Because that's what the last animated series did, Beware the Batman. Did.
Yeah.
It took the lesser-known Batman villains and gave them more of a spotlight.
Lesser and newer ones that people really were not catching on to.
Yeah, and it was very underrated too.
I'd
so
love
like
to see Calendar Man. That'd be
Calendar, you know what? Calendar Man,
cool.
you know, no shit. Calendar Man could work in this situation.
Yeah.
The way the tone's giving me for this,
and like I said though,
Calendar Man could work.
It's how many people they've gotten so far to be in this, which means a lot of people are thinking, okay, Matt Reeves is really setting this up for future films. That's why he's got all these actors attached to these certain villains specifically. So that means we have potential of seeing them in other films. Like this is setting up for other incidents for them. You know, and like you said, I don't think, like I said, I think going to Joker route is too easy. I think that maybe they make it interesting. You have to go to these other villains,
but
they can really like what makes them stand out.
Now I
what
won't
makes them so
say never to use the Joker.
No, I'm not saying never.
I feel like they're going to use them sooner or later, but make it your own thing. Don't just do what the last Batman franchise did, which is Joker. You know, Joker, which Heath Ledger did a fucking great job, but like, just be your own thing. Yeah. Everybody's done Joker. Burton's done Joker. Nolan's done Joker. Every animated series known to man, except for Beware the Batman, has done Joker.
Yeah.
Don't do Joker. If you want to stand out, don't use Joker. If anything, not immediately. Not in the sequel. No. Not in the third one. Potential fourth one, maybe. Don't use the Joker off the bat. Overall, I can't wait to see more.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
That was all my opinion. So
I know you said I loved it.
We'll go with Hector. Hector, your thoughts overall on this?
on everything that you just saw now.
Man, I am excited about it. Honestly, it is, like I said, I want to see. I've always wanted to see Batman's superpowers on screen, and what you just said about if it becomes a franchise, I'll knock on wood as well. That the whole entire thing is just a detective story. Like we think we got to the conclusion in the first movie, but then the mystery just widens.
It expands it,
and then it widens even more. So I like Matt Reeves. I think it was a great choice for him to take the directorial role just because of what he did with Planet of the Apes franchise. He took a classic, made it modern, but also still nodded to the classic movies and the franchise. So great choice of taking a classic, make it modern, but also give nod to the classic. And that analysis about the Joker thing, Joker's too overplayed. I love the Joker, but I would love to see Calendar Man. That'd be great.
It's like you grab underrated villains. Grab underrated ones that you really, but you don't.
And even Calendar Man's a footnote, to the bigger villain. You have Calendar Man in your film.
Either that or even you could use like Victor Zsasz, it's like this murderer on the loose, stuff like that. You could even use him, as well.
Victor Zsasz is another villain.
Or Hush. I mean,
I think Hush not yet.
I
think with Hush,
I would love to see Hush.
It's more of a build-up.
But the thing with Hush, to be fair,
because it got a childhood connection.
I only know as much as Hush based off of Arkham Knight when they used him there. Arkham City, Arkham Knight when they see him there. I know it's the basics of the story. The thing is with Hush, he was destroying Bruce Wayne's career, and he's already been well established as Batman, a pillar of the Trinity, aka the Justice League.
Yeah.
He's been all of that by that point.
Yeah.
And Hush came in to ruin all that.
Yes,
that's the thing. Hush came in to ruin all of that. Bruce Wayne's career, and in turn ruin Batman. So Hush showing up in the next couple movies, I don't see it. Hush is the villain that's for the veteran Batman.
Yeah, it's more of like the
that's my
Batman.
opinion. Like,
so what villain would hearten Batman to the Batman we know and love today?
I don't know. It's got to be
one where he's struggling between because he punched the lights out of that dude, and I don't know if that guy lived or died, I don't know, but like what villain would catalyst to catapult Batman to this hardened, gritty, Ben Affleck type of Batman that we see, like
I don't know,
in his early career.
It's like that's what I said. It could be a list of them. I mean, it's like everyone would want to go straight to the Joker, but it's like you need to find something that really really pulls them to that point. I mean, the Joker can pull him into a way to where he learns to understand some people are just nuts in a way where it's like there's nothing I can do but just stop him.
Yeah, like because when you read the early comics and when Joker's introduced, Batman's taken a. By the way, I want to see the shark repellent, so let's get the King Shark in there. I would love to see that shark repellent and the shark explode, but
that actually showed up in Harley Quinn, the shark repellent.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. King Shark was going mad, and Batman showed up, took out King Shark.
The Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn animated series,
Adam West's movie, but when Joker shows up, yes, Batman was taken aback, but it was kind of like his encounter with Joker is like, I've seen something like you before in my early career. Mm-hmm. You're crazy. You're nuts. But I've encountered something similar. So I would love to see whatever that is to show up in the films. That's just, I'm just excited. I would love to see.
Me too. I'm excited. I can't wait for this.
So overall, Chris, your thoughts?
Oh no. I'm super excited. I'm really diving. Like he said, it's like I've always wanted to see more of a detective story with Batman because in all the other Batman films, we really just saw. It's like he has all his toys. He's got all this, his gadgets, stuff like that. But it's like I always had him stand out the most. And that's why I love the animated series even the best. Because it's like it really dived into his detective skills and what he was investigating, whatever he was getting into, because that's how his mind expanded and grew to the Batman we know nowadays, where he's always one step ahead, or he's taking precautions just in case for any little thing, But that's why I really like, and I'm excited for this film. I'm hoping it does great. I'm really hoping the story is fantastic. Just a little bit here that we got, it feels like I'm really hoping that Matt Reeves has some idea of this long detective story going on, so maybe 2, 3, or even more films, but but it's really good where it's spread out just right. But I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm really super excited. I can't wait to see this film. This is a film that I definitely will be paying. I don't care how much money I pay to go see this in theaters. I don't care if it's 6 feet apart. I don't care. I'm gonna watch this dead center on and just feel just what it's gonna be like. To see this new Batman take the screen. So that's my thoughts.
Oh, I forgot. There's one villain I forgot to mention that would be perfect for a sequel. Dr. Hugo Strange.
Oh yeah, that's another.
That's
one.
somebody who knows who he is.
Yeah,
somebody who can easily manipulate.
And
him.
he also says detective too. Hello,
Yeah.
Detective.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be good.
Think about
I just
Strange.
realized it when he started talking. I'm like, oh, that's another one. But yeah, so other than that, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else, when it comes to talking about being the knight, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what your guys' thoughts are on the trailer, the Batman mythos, and what your hopes for this Batman. Do you want this Robert Pattinson to be the new Batman to start leading the charge into DCEU? Or are you still more of a Ben Affleck, or you want to see somebody else, or to see what they're gonna do with it? What are your hopes for again this version of Batman? Do you want them to lead this into 2, 3, multiple movies or so? And what villains did you would like to see on the screen besides the Joker? I know everybody wants to see some type of version of the Joker, but what villain would you like? More like underrated villain that you would love to see take the screen, or you haven't seen on the screen, or you want to see them expand more on the big screen. Let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall, but most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And of course, as always, we like to spend. Christopher, you like to talk more about Hector?
What?
Want to talk more about Hector?
He's my close friend.
We really do appreciate Hector.
We thank
We do
Hector.
appreciate Hector showing up. This is a guy who, if something gets brought up about me or my brother, just shells our channel like it's going out of stock.
Yeah.
You gotta get it now, or it's gonna just
Good investment.
It's a good investment. So and you guys. So was it last year we did a very special birthday message show, and there's a reason why. We do really consider our #1 fan. He has been there since I wouldn't say day one exactly, but he's been there ever since Chris
His
brought us up.
support pretty much has been there like since day one, since he's heard about
And
this.
even in our personal lives, he's also been there for my brother. He's been there for me. Like, he's been a big pillar of our like lives, and we really do appreciate him taking time out of his schedule to we really do spend time out of his schedule for joining us today. We have spent an entire week waiting to react to this trailer.
Oh, yes.
It was
Anticipation
because of
killing
him,
me.
but it was well worth it because
definitely,
Hector is somebody who really does deserve like more attention
Yes.
for what he does. He's a good man overall.
Yes.
Wow.
And we really appreciate you, man.
Wow. You subscribe, you get this treatment. So it's like getting the golden ticket, Charlie Brown.
But until next time, folks, I am Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And I'm Hector.
Our #1 fan. And this has been a very Batman-filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
Or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter
and Stardust.
@SuperReactBros.